G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. It's Petri feathering day today. I'm still not sure what to call these because, as I said before in my previous video, this is the traditional Petri, how everything drops down and you get that movement inside and you get a few little blobbies, but that's your traditional Petri. I think Josie started that many years ago. I can't remember her surname, sorry Josie. And then this one is more of your little feathering effects. These ones. And, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the lady that started that years ago. Luna something, a channel, Luna. Oh, I can't remember now. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, that's what we're doing today. And I thought I'd try the little hearts. So I have got, and it's empty now. I've just finished these off. I'll have to get some more. This is the Resin Petri resin that they've made especially for the Petris. It's much thinner than their other resins. I've got their fast cure resin and I've got their regular 1-to-1 casting resin. It's thinner than both of those. I've also got Let's Resin's deep pour resin, but it's not quite as thin as that. So yes, that's what I'm using. Like I said, I emptied those bottles. I did 100 grams of A, and then I only had about 90, I think I only had about 90 grams of B left, so hopefully it'll be enough. So let's pour this in. Actually, I should probably use that stick. And I'm going to do 3 different whites today. We're going to test some whites. So the resin's all the same, the Let's Resin Petri. The inks are going to be the same, the Ranger. I sort of calculated that I needed 20 grams per heart, but maybe I've got too much. I thought, yeah, 20 grams per heart-ish, and there's 9, so about 200 grams. Might have a bit too much, actually, which is a shame. Because like I said, I've emptied my bottles now. I could have done another pour out of them. But those on the top there aren't quite full enough. Just got to make sure that you leave a little bit of room for your ink. Don't overfill them. Don't dome them, because otherwise your ink will go running out everywhere. A little bit more, but yeah, I don't want to totally fill them. There's a couple there that look a little, oops. There's a couple there that look a little bit full. I'm going to have to take some out. Oh, look, there's still some left. But I haven't used this mold before, so I wasn't sure, you know, how much each little cavity took. I'll put a little bit much in these two. Now we're just going to look across the top and see if they're about the same. This one could do with a little bit more. And this one a little bit less. But look, I'm not going to waste this. I'm not. I'm going to find something else to, what can I use? I've got my Portals mold. So I'll just put some in there as well. There we go. I'll just use these 3 big ones here and I'll do something with those. Still going to have too much left though, but never mind. Never mind. Maybe I can do a quick little bloom once it starts warming up. It's the good thing about leftover resin. If it's sort of left over, it starts getting warm, do a 3D bloom, because you want it to be nice and thick and warm. So it's a good opportunity to use up some leftover resin that's sort of starting to go a bit thick and a bit warm. No, I don't know how those are going to work, but anyway. All right, might just have to waste that bit. So one quick little blast of heat in each, not too much. Now I'm just going to let those settle while I shake everything up. What I'm going to do is I've got 3 lots of colours here. These are Ranger inks. I've got brown and orange, and I'm going to do these 3. And then I've got the yellow and red. I'm going to do those 3. And then I've got like a teal and blue, and I'm going to do those 3. And then this row is going to have the Let's Resin Sea Deeper Sinker, and I just put it in here. Now, I don't know if you can see, but you can see the paste on the bottom, and then the rest sort of an alcohol. So we're going to make sure and I put a couple of little balls in there to shake it up. So that's just in there, just because it's easier to pour from, and you can buy the big bottles separately. You don't have to buy a whole kit of ink again. So that's going to be those. And then these ones will be the Octopus Fluid Enoki. And then these three are going to be Lamino White. So that's what we're going to do. I'll just give them a quick shake. I shook all the colours with one hand, and I'll shake all the whites with one hand. I think these are still a little bit full, these ones. I'll have to take a little bit out. For these ones here, I'm going to use my homemade alcohol inks with white already in them. Yeah, so just a little test over there on those ones. This is great. It's got a big ball in the bottom. You can hear it shaking up. This one doesn't, and this one I put my own little pearl beads. You can get these little metal beads that are great. All right, let's get going. Let's get the lids off. Hopefully I'll put the correct lids on. I like using the Ranger because they spread nicely. I can come back and do more if I need to. We'll just let them spread. I don't mind doing 2 layers of colour. If you notice one of your colours isn't spreading as well as the other, you can just add a little bit more. I thought I'd just give you guys a break from blooms for a while. We'll move on to feathering. So this is the orange and the brown. And you can see the colours pulled away from the edge, so we're going to go and put some more in there. And like I said, I don't mind giving it 2 layers of colour. That looks nice. And then if it's still pulling away from the sides, we can just go back in and put a bit more in. Okay, how's that looking? Looking good so far. All right, here we go. So first layer, let's resin See Deeper. I've shaken it up really well. I can't see that layer of white paste on the bottom anymore. Now with any white, you have to be careful not to overdo it. Otherwise it will drop down and you'll get those blobbies. I think that's covered it. Whoops. Oh, I'm going to do the rest of them. All right, we'll start. Oh, gosh. I find this little bottle much easier to use than those other bottles. Hopefully this is not too much white. Too much white, and yes, it will sink. Okay, so that's that one done. All right, next one. Might help. Oh gosh. All right. I should have done all the colours at once. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll do each one at a time. Doesn't matter. It's probably easier if I do them both while I've got it, because then when it doesn't spread all the way, I can come back and add more. Hey, that makes more sense. So if you don't want to watch me do this, feel free to fast forward. So what I'll do in about maybe 45 minutes or an hour, I'll come back and we'll just give it a little swirl, just to give it a little bit of movement, a little bit of interest in the piece. You don't have to. Now I think these would make great little pocket hugs, don't you think? I've never really made pocket hugs, but I've seen other people do them, you know, with the cute little notes and things. And oops, boo. I'm not supposed to use that colour. I wonder if I can get it off. It's probably too late now. Oh! Yay! Yay! And I've still got a bit of resin left over, so I can just top that up. Okay. Silly me. I'm talking about pocket hugs. Getting distracted. Like it's not all out, but look, it'll be all right. Now we'll go with the brown and the orange. And brown and orange. This is probably why you do one at a time. You get carried away. Okay, brown and orange. Now go back to the beginning and just make sure that everything is covered. Some colours seem to spread more. They've probably got more pigment in them. Maybe a little bit darker. So anyway, just go in. Make sure that your whole surface is covered. That's that done. Next colour. Yellow. And a bit of red down here. Yellow. This one's pretty good with its covering, but I'm just going to do the same and add a little bit more colour. 2 layers. I want it to be nice and bright because the white does, you know, dilute it, I guess. Don't think that needs too much of that brown. So yeah, the white dilutes it. So if you want to keep those nice bright colours, probably a good idea to add a little bit more colour. I'll just wait for that to finish moving. All right, so the next one is the enoki. I do have another bottle here. This one feels a little bit empty, so we'll see how it goes. I wonder if I should just start putting some colour in these ones. I feel as if they're a bit overflowing there. It just doesn't work if it's doming. All your colour runs out. Alright, I'll do this. Oh look, now I've got a gap there. I'm going to have to put some more colour in. Can't have gaps or it won't work. The rest of them are good. It's just these little gaps there. While that's moving, I'm just going to add, see what I mean about see the paste on the bottom? I don't think I've mixed these actually. I'll just mix these while those colours are moving a little bit. Hopefully they will still come back. I'm not sure if they will, but so give them a good mix until all that paste is off the bottom. Otherwise, you're just putting in alcohol. Or alcohol ink and no white paste. Okay, it's moving a little bit. Let's drop some of these in. So I've just got I've got the primary colours, sort of yellow, red and blue, or in this case yellow, pink and blue. And these have already got the white in them. That one might be a bit blocked. Alright, I'm going to come back and do another layer on those, but we'll move on to these. Now the enoki is very strong. It spreads really well, so don't put too much in. I think that's it. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you kind of need another one in the middle there. Okay, 6. It's very strong. So we don't want to do too many of those drops. It spreads really well. And then the next one is the Limono or Limino. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one was Limino as well, so it's quite strong. It's quite heavy, so I'm only not going to do too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see how that goes. Look, I don't mind the little blobbies. Got really pretty effects down the bottom. Do have a few blobbies, and that's just because the Lamino is quite a strong, heavy white. But if that's the sort of look that you're going for, then yeah, use a heavier white. Look at that. That's quite pretty as well, isn't it? What was that? That was Inoki. I write on the back so that I remember what everything is. So anyway, there we go. All right, so back to this now. Those are done. Back to this. We need to fill in all the little gaps. Someone just came through my gate. I can hear the gate close. The dogs heard the gate. There's probably a delivery. I'm doing my Christmas shopping, you guys, online. It's so much easier. Amazon shopper here. I need to go to AA, Amazon Anonymous. Every day, Amazon deliveries. But it's so easy, isn't it? Sit at home, put a movie on, do your Christmas shopping. All right. See how those go. So it's got 2 layers of colour with the white mixed in it. Now these ones are pinata. Look, if it works, and I have used them before. I think these are the pinatas, and you can see how bright they are to begin with, but then you add the white and they get a bit toned down. But look, if it works, we can do a separate video on those. And also I have another ink that I want to do a video on, which has already got its white mixed into it. So that'll be coming up as well at some stage. Not quite sure what's going on here. It looks as if I've lost some colour. No, I won't. I was going to fix it up. All right, I will come back. It's just after 8 a.m. So I'll come back sort of 8:45-ish. It's starting to warm up here in Queensland, Australia. It's 24 degrees in my studio, 67% humidity. We'll do a little swirl with a toothpick. And see how those go. I'm tempted to put a little bit more colour and a bit more white in there, but no, stop fiddling. All right, see you soon. It's been 45 minutes and I think they are ready to swirl. When I lift the stick up, it has a tiny little train behind it. These bottom 6 look very similar in colour. I can see that there's no white in a couple of areas there. So probably not going to get any feathering. I was just wary not to put too much in. But anyway, let's start up here. I think I'm going to start in, oh gosh, where do I start? I am just going to start there. And I'm going to go around and then just like do a little circle. And you can see it's leaving a little sticky train there. You don't have to do the same on all. You could maybe do like a zigzag. We could try that in this one. See what that looks like. I'll start in the middle on this one. And come back there. Whoa! See, that's 45 minutes. It's kind of sticky. I don't think it'll matter if I don't clean that, will it? And I don't know what I'm doing there. Oh gosh. This one, I'm going to see if I can pull some of that white over here because I haven't got much going on over there. So that's a way of encouraging it. And by doing this, you see how you're sort of pulling that dark into the light? So I think this is better for me. I think I like this one better, starting in the middle. Right, these ones are going to be pretty easy because, oh gosh. Gosh, that's pinata for you. Skins. Hate it. Hate pinata. Maybe I'll just leave them. Let's not swirl. We'll swirl the first one. This one, it just looks as if the purple's taken over, so just see what happens there. I don't even know if this is going to work. We'll just see. I won't even talk about them just yet. That was just my little experiment. It's a bit stringy too, isn't it? Oh, skinny. Skins. All right. Anyway, there we go. We'll see what happens there. Yeah, but pinata, oh my gosh. Yeah. Skins. We'll just leave it. Don't swirl with pinata. All right, I'm going to cover them again. And I'll see when it's time to unmold. All right, I think they are done. They're probably a little bit bendy still. What's the time? Nearly 3 p.m. I can see this one where I swirled that it's pulled all the colour away from the edge, so there's nothing left. And we'll just start over here, shall we? If I can get it out. These little edges are much thinner, so they take a little bit longer to cure. Alright, so these are the Pinata homemade inks. Alright, here we go. Blobbies. Oh, that's quite cute on that side. Blobbies in the middle with the pink. It just shows you which colours are heavier than others. That one's all mixed because I did the swirl, but then, yeah, these ones aren't. My daughter's just arrived. I can hear her bird. All right, I'm going to have to come back to this. I said hello to Christy, and I'm back. Now, we've got some, I don't know if you can see in there, some really pretty little feathering effects. That was that yellow or orange. But you can see there that the blue must have had more white in it, and the pink, I think it was, had a bit more white in it. The colours are really bright though, so that's a good thing. We'll move those over. And let's start here, shall we? Get this row out first, because this was the Let's Resin. See deeper. That's interesting. I can see more effects in the orange than I can in the brown. That's pretty too. There's no blobbies, which is great. And that one, okay, they're all quite nice. The little effects aren't huge, they're quite small effects in there, but they're looking good. I guess I needed a bit more white. I was a bit wary of putting too much white in. Like you can see up here, they look quite nice. And then the orange and brown. So they look all right. That's them. All right, let's try the enoki next. Now this is the one that's usually quite, oh look, I can see bits hanging off the edges. It's quite heavy. I did try not to put too much in, but we'll see. All right, are we ready? Oh, now look at the feathering in that. It's really pretty. See on the edge there? Like the feathering's much nicer. But then we have got a few little wispy blobby bits. Can't see properly, can you? Those little wispy blobby bits. But it's quite pretty, that one. I do like that one. And then this blue and green one. Same. The little sort of dendrils are more around the edge, around the sides. Not so much in the middle. Still looks pretty though. Do you like those? And lucky last. Oh, that's got a big big patch there. This was that one where I said to you, oh, I don't think it's going to work because the colours pulled in on the edge there. And it didn't. There's no feathering on that side there. Okay, well, we'll put a thumb there. Now you can see the rest of it. It looks really pretty on the other side, doesn't it? A few little dendrites. So there you go. That's the resin. No, it's not. That's the enoki. And this is the, whoops, dropping everything. This is the Limono. What does it say? Lamino. I think it's pretty similar to the enoki. It seems to be quite strong. But I do like the effects. See, the white pushes the colour down and makes more of these little featherings. Maybe I'm wondering if my white that I took out of there isn't quite as strong as, you know, your normal white that you get. Don't know, because I didn't try that. I only tried this one, so maybe that could be. Oh, look, who knows? There's so many variables. All right, here we go with the Limono, and I can see there's not too much little droppage. Oh, that's quite cute. Look at that. Yeah, that's nice. I'll turn them all over and then I'll take you in for a close-up. Now that one's missing. I obviously missed some areas on the back. Didn't put white on there. Again, I was trying to be careful not to overdo the white, so I've got a few blank areas with no little featherings. Those are actually quite nice. I like those. Certainly got more effects going on there than with the Let's Resin. You see them? Hopefully you can see. That one. Colours are still nice and bright. Again, I haven't put quite enough white in. You know, I think out of all of these, this one was too blobby. This one, well, my little effects are too small. Out of the inks, the white inks that I used today, these ones are the best so far. So I think what I'll do next time is put 2 layers of the Ranger ink, and then I'm just going to put a bit more of the white, cover it a little bit better, and see if I can get it a slightly better effect. Now, these ones. Oh, I don't know, yeah, guys. I don't know about these ones. Still a bit sticky on top. It's probably the resin. Ooh. Go figure. Can I put that on a piece of black, or is it going to stick? It's only little, but it's cute. It's cute. I'm going to just put it there. It feels a little bit soft. These aren't very deep, these pieces. Deep enough, but not very deep. Now, you can with these get some silver or gold or whatever color you want and dust the edge and then pour your resin into it, or you can paint the outside later on. So that's what they look like when they've got the silver around them. See? And then all you have to do is stick a little bail on the back, and that's done. Nice and easy. Well, that was the Ranger with the enoki. So why are they so different? Why have I got Ranger with enoki? I obviously put too much white on it. It's different every time. It's quite frustrating. Yeah, you do the same thing as last time and you get a different effect. That's no good. Throw that one away. You see, I'm not getting enough of the feathering in that purple. I'm getting lots in the blue, but the purple I didn't. The purple really seemed to take over, so I didn't put quite as much in it as I did the blue. And, well, the yellow's just gone. I used blue, purple, and yellow. probably the best one out of the three. So there you go. All right, let me know what you think of them all. But I think for next time, like this one, I really like the feathering going on in there. It's a good size, probably better than that one. But I just don't like. It's not that I don't like them. I'm just, you know, expecting them not to be there. The little dendrites. Are they dendrites or dendrils? I don't know. So anyway, there they are. Let me know what you think of them. Have you had any experience with these two sea deepers being different? Maybe I just didn't shake it enough. See, I see there's a lot of white paste on the bottom there, so maybe I didn't shake it enough before I poured it into my little jar, my little bottle. All right, there we go. Bring it down for a little close up, but I think we're done. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. Sorry about the ring light reflection, can't do much about that. Oh look, I can't get good shots. I just can't get good shots because what's happening that my camera is focusing on those white circles. There, see on there, those are really pretty. No, where's the other one? There. So yeah, this one's worked really well as well with the Limono. So I think next time, let's do Limono again. We'll do 2 layers of Ranger ink and we'll do 2 layers of Lamino, and see if I can get a better result. I quite like the zigzag there, and then the little dude there. Anyway, we can talk about him another time because I'll do a video on those inks. All right, thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Let me know which ones you prefer, and we'll certainly be going again. All right, take care everyone. See you all for the next video. Bye for now.